So we get a lot of customers wanting adjustable bases, and they're couples, and they know that they have different needs. And I always try to explain to them how it works, whether it's better to get a split king, or a queen, and try and make them understand what the difference is. And I've always found that the best tool for doing this is bringing Gretchen out to talk to them, because when they get both our sides of the conversation, it helps to explain, how an adjustable base affects you as a couple.
Mhm.
So what I thought I'd do in this video is I thought I'd have you kind of sit with me, and I'll ask you different questions about what an adjustable base does for us as a couple. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
So our first adjustable base was a queen base.
Hmm.
What'd you think of it?
Well, at first, I really love the idea of the positioning because, in the evenings we could sit up while he reads and I'm, playing my games on my phone or
Mm-hmm,
whatever.
mm-hmm.
Um, and it was also nice for casually laying there if you have nap time, which was a rare treat.
Nap
But
time. Who does nap time?
nap time is a Saturday, Sunday thing that happens super rarely. But sometimes if
Okay.
we're lucky, we can squeeze one in there. But regardless of the fact, it was nice to have that zero gravity position.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But honestly, it didn't benefit beyond that. Like sharing wasn't a good option for me.
So sharing wasn't a good option with the queen
Mm-mm.
bed, and so we'll get back to the sharing wasn't a good option. So you've described the experience. So what are the wins of going with a adjustable base? Give them the whole wins first, and then we'll come back to the why sharing.
Okay. Well, one thing, I struggle with allergies. So I have to take a one a day allergy pill
Oh
every
yeah.
day of my
Mm-hmm,
life.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, and because of that, year round allergies and stuff exist in my life. It's not just seasonal. So, with that being said, having my head elevated always helps me because then I don't end up waking up with one side being more congested than the other. Or for me, I would always notice the drainage issue.
Yeah.
So I slept better that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another thing I noticed, my sleep scores went up.
Yeah. Almost immediately.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
And we're diehard about it. I mean, we really do
mm-hmm,
track our sleep. We
mm-hmm,
invest in it. We want to know how many sleep cycles, REM, what's your oxygen sat.
mm-hmm.
Like, we're that nerdy about it. So for us, when we see this stuff and it really does hike up and the numbers start hitting the 80s and now the 90s and all this, I'm excited about that. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
So I noticed the spike in that. Um, I also noticed a lot of less pain happening in my lower back.
Right.
So, just brief history, I've had herniation surgery on my L4, L5. Um, on top of that, I have a slight curvature of my back. It's not real bad, but I do have a slight curvature. It's less than 10%. But any curvature in your back, you can notice it. Once you find out where it's at, you feel it, like certain motions. And also my hips. So I had a vitamin D deficiency, which caused my bones to get really soft, and I was a runner. Obviously, I'm not at the moment, but I took a break for a couple of months, went running, went too hard, and actually fractured my hip
Yep.
because the bone was soft. So
And did the base help with that?
the base really helps with alleviating the pains in my hips, my lower back issues. I noticed those immediately as well, all with the zero gravity
Mm-hmm,
position. Like
mm-hmm.
that was my position. And I tell him I relate to being like in a hammock. It's just the most comfortable thing ever. You can just stay there and sleep there forever.
Yeah.
And there's no pain.
Right.
It takes that the heaviness, I guess is the best way to describe it. It takes that heaviness off your lower back, which is why they call it zero
It,
gravity, like a floating feel.
it allows your hips to rest. So with mine, my arthritis in my lower back, putting in zero G just helps like tremendously with that. So yeah. So okay, so those are the wins of having a queen adjustable base. What were the issues of having a queen adjustable base? You
Um,
already said sharing, so elaborate on that.
so sharing being sometimes I want to lay flat because I'm a side sleeper. I can be in zero gravity. Don't get me wrong. I can be in zero gravity and sleep on my side. but sometimes he needs the head up higher than a normal zero gravity level, and so I can't side sleep. And that's frustrating when you're a stubborn side sleeper. Like you're going to try to force your body into that position no matter what.
Right.
So I was waking up with aches and pains and all kinds of stuff because when I was unconsciously asleep, I was doing these positions trying to find my way.
So a little bit of explanation on that is, as she stated already, with the drainage and everything like that from allergies, I would have to raise my head a little bit more to be able to breathe easier. And in a queen, when both of you are raising your head, one of you is going to be uncomfortable. So that was the drawback. And that actually was why we eventually went into a split king sleep system.
Mhm.
Now, tell them a little bit about the split king. How does that work?
So, a split king, we both have our own mats under us. They're both twin extra longs called TXLs that sit side by side. So, it makes a king size bed. You just push them together.
Mm-hmm.
So, he has what he needs, I have what I need. And so, we have individual adjustable bases as well under each mat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, with that, he can be in the position he needs, I can be in the position I need. If I want to lay flat in the middle of the night, I can. And for him, if he wants to sit up more, he can. I mean, it's not affecting the partner. You're both in the positions you want to be at that moment. So it's
Okay.
good.
Okay. So, what were the wins of going with a split king system?
Having my own settings, like I have positions because obviously my body requires different needs
Mm-hmm.
based off
Mm-hmm.
of my ailments that I've already discussed.
Right.
Also, my height, also my weight, also being a woman. I mean, you have different features to your body that create different positions. So, with that being said, our positions could be shared, but it would never be the maximum comfort for either one of us.
Right. So explain to them about the massage, because we get customers that actually ask questions about the massage. What is it good for? What does this do? Because I'm not a big fan of it, so I can't describe it to them, but you are and you can.
Okay. Thank you for all of those credentials, but no. Anyways, the that what I appreciate from the massage is the fact that laying there and trying to get into your zone of going to sleep requires calmness, peace, just and bringing that energy of massage is very calming and relaxing, and it helps me get to that place that I want to be before I go to sleep. And there's settings for it. There's low, medium, high based off the intensity that you like for your back,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also for your legs. Okay, so it's full body massage as far as vibration. And what that does for me is it's a stimulant for more blood circulation and stuff. I mean, your whole body responds to things like that. So I calm down. It just feels so good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and there's also different patterns.
Yeah, you
It's
can use
five
different
different
patterns.
patterns,
Mm-hmm.
I think. It's either five or six different patterns. I think it's five
Okay.
on ours. So you can pick if you want just the back, just the legs together, circular, wave. I mean, and
Yeah,
then
there's
the pulsing.
it's a really different system, and it is nice. Okay,
Hmm.
so now we've covered both queen and split king, the wins and whatever. Give us a overall opinion on the life-changing qualities of an adjustable base.
So after my hip incident, I noticed it the most because when you lay flat, you hyperextend your hips out.
Okay.
But when it's the same as when you stand completely vertical.
Okay.
But for me, when I put myself in zero gravity, it removes that weight, yes, but it also just feels like everything's in place where it should be. Like when my muscles relax, my tendons relax, the only thing you have is the mattress under you to support your structure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which means if you have any type of give anywhere, your muscles are going to tell you later on, oh, guess what? I'm sore. So, with that being said, having everything in that fetal position, if you're on your side, just rotate to your back. That is the position, just like being in a hammock. When you're laying there, your body is in the perfect shape, the perfect curvature, where everything's
It's
in
cradled.
place.
It's cradled perfectly. Right. Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to worry about when everything relaxes because everything is supported, it's in place. And because you feel that weightlessness on your lower back, It's just that floating sensation, which is why it's zero gravity.
So with me, in my opinion, I don't think that we could go back to not having an adjustable base. Mostly because of the cradling that you're talking about, but also because of my breathing and my allergies at night.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people are doing it, making it through having these colds that are going around, because it seems like the illness is like everywhere.
Yes.
I don't understand how they're doing it without having an adjustable base.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I completely agree.
Hopefully this video has helped you. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave your questions in the comments below or email us at info@livewellfurnishings.com. If this video has helped you, please like it, please share it with others. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We make these videos to help our customers shop smarter and know more information before they even get into the mattress store, so that way they're mattress shopping all that much better and smarter and not being taken advantage of.